All right, Shalom, Shalom, Israel. This is Brother Azariah from W5, Jersey, Philly, coming back with another video, giving all honor and glory to the Most High Yahweh, which the world calls God, and Yahweh Shai, which the world calls Jesus Christ. Shalom, Shalom. All right, Lord willing, you brothers and sisters, you waxing mightier and mightier in your faith, and if it be in the will of the Heavenly Father, you're also increasing in your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in these last days. All right, so with that being said, a happy Feast of Trumpets to all those that's keeping a memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. All right, today, as we know, it started earlier, sundown, it ends tomorrow, sundown. All right, so let me open up with the book of Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. If you didn't know, Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, goes into all the high holy days. All right, I'm going to start at verse 24. It says, "Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month," that's the month we're in now, the 7th month, "in the first day of the month shall ye have a Sabbath, all right, a memorial of blowing of the trumpets." All right, so see that? So you have to blow one of these. All right, if you're amongst your congregation, y'all got to blow this. If you don't have a congregation and you're individual light, all right, because you don't have access to other brothers, or you're still trying to prove other brothers or sisters, hey, get you one of these, and you kind of got to blow that thing unto the Lord, man. All right? So let me read this again from the top. It says, "Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the first day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of the trumpets and holy convocation." And besides it being the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets, we always blow the trumpets on the new moons. All right? This is the book of Psalms 81. And I'm going to start at verse 1. All right. So this is the book of Psalms 81 and verse 1. It says, "Blow up the trumpet in the new moon, in the time appointed on our solemn feast day. For this was a statute for Israel and a law of the God of Jacob." So it's not really, you don't just blow the trumpet because you feel like it. Or I just feel like blowing it today. Just kind of wake up and just blow that thing. No, it's because it's a law. So you have to blow a trumpet on the new moon. Like I said, if you're a brother or sister by yourself, hey, kind of blow that thing up. All right, if you got a congregation, I'm sure you have brothers in there that got a shofar. Y'all all blow that thing together, and y'all yell Kwam Yashala at the end, meaning arise Israel. All right, so let's go back to Leviticus 23. All right. In 24, it says, "Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the first day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets and holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord." So you shouldn't do any servitude work or work for hire. All right. So Lord willing, you was able to call out a work so you can turn up in righteousness. All right. So with that being said, hey, Jake in the world, they think, y'all keeping the feast days of the Bible? It gotta be boring. All right, they think we just come together and we just read the whole Bible. All right, the whole feast day, we start off at Genesis. All right, we go to Genesis 1:1, and then we kind of read all the way back to Revelation, the 22nd chapter. All right, they think we do that every feast day. They think the feast days are boring. All right, the feast days aren't boring, man. All right, you're supposed to have fun on the feast days. Let me get the book of Ecclesiastes first. All right, this is Ecclesiastes 10 and 19. All right, and you got brothers in the truth that think, oh, you can't have fun. Well, what do you think was going on the feast days? You think everybody was just staring at one another on the feast days? All right, they blow the shofar, doo-doo-doo, and then everybody just kind of looking at each other. They don't know what to say. It's awkward. It's quiet. No, that's not what was going on the feast days, man. All right? Jake was, back in the ancient world, we was getting turned up in righteousness. Because you look at Jake, remember you was in the world, you used to turn up. All right? You kind of get lit. All right? You know, Esau, they get lit and punch the walls. All right? We get lit and we have a good time. Everybody's laughing. It's mellow. It's chill. You got the music. All right? We used to get down in the ancient world, man. All right? You even had King David, real quick, Salaki, I got to get it. Let me go to 2 Samuel 6 and verse 19. All right. Hey, King David, he was dancing, man. That's to show you can't be over righteous in this truth. All right. You think you got brothers? You think you can't? They think you can't dance, can't listen to music, can't watch TV, can't play sports. That's not what this truth is about, man. That's being over righteous. All right. This is the book of 2 Samuel 6, and I'm gonna start at verse 19. It's like I'm gonna start at verse 15. All right, it says, so David and all the house of Israel brought up the ark of the Lord with shouting and with the sound of the trumpet. And as the ark of the Lord came into the city of David, Michal, Saul's daughter, looked through a window and saw King David leaping and dancing before the Lord, and she despised him in her heart. So he was leaping and dancing for the Heavenly Father. All right, you have to be excited to learn this, to be in this truth, man. You could have woke up and you could have been a nigga. You could have woke up, you could have been a whore. You could have woke up and just been a weirdo, man. You got weirdos out there in the world. All right, you kind of got fetishes, and you addicted to watching TV and addicted to doing this. All right, man, that's not something you really want to be a part of. But this truth, you should want to be a part of it. And anything that comes with this word, you should love it. Like he told you in Jeremiah 15. All right, let me grab it. So this is the book of Jeremiah 15 and verse 16. All right, bear with me. All right, so this is the book of Jeremiah 15 and verse 16. Thy words were found, and I did eat them, and thy word was unto me the joy and rejoicing of mine heart. For I am called by thy name, O Lord Yahweh of hosts. See, so we're called by the Most High God. We've been called to keep the Feast of Trumpets, man. All right, and have fun and enjoy yourself, as I was about to get to. This is the book of Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 19. It says a feast. Now we know this is a feast day. A feast is made for laughter. So these feasts, the Lord didn't make a feast day so it could just be boring. Everybody kind of just looking and moping. Everybody just sighing. Life. All right, they getting all damn depressed, man. All right, hey, these feast days are set apart days so you can get away from the things that you got to deal with during the week. All right, or throughout the whole entire month. You got brothers, they work long hours. Me personally, all right, I work 12 hours, 10-hour shifts. All right, 9, it changes. All right. See that? And that's kind of rough on the body. You know, I try to sleep, I try to get certain amount of hours of sleep, and it really don't work out that way, because then I got to go home and I'm going to study and serve the Heavenly Father. All right. Then I got to wake up and go back to work again. All right. See, that's stressful. All right. That's wearisome on the flesh. But now the Lord, he gave you this feast day where you can have laughter instead of moping and being angry. Because remember, the Lord said in Ecclesiastes 7:7, oppression maketh the wise man mad. So if you're a wise man and a wise brother, every day you go to work, you're angry. All right. Me personally, I'm heated when I go to work because I'm staring in the face of Amalek all damn day, man. You got these damn Yiddish men. They think they're God's chosen people, and it vexes me. All right, because they stink. Are you going to an Amalekite house? Is all dirty. All right, they dress fancy or so-called fancy. Got the button-up shirt, and then the dress pants, the black dress pants with the damn tap shoes. All right, like they damn about to go to a funeral or something. All right, they about to damn go into an office building. All right, and that damn yarmulke, man. Honestly, I don't know where in the Bible. I've read Deuteronomy, I've read Exodus, Numbers, Leviticus, and I just don't see where it says to wear that yarmulke. But you see, this is the getup they got on, and they act like they're righteous. Then you go into their house, they're damn dirty and filthy, man. They got trash all over the place. The house damn stink. All right. So I'm angry every day. I'm looking in the face of these heathens that think they're me. But the Lord said, hey, I made a set apart day where you kind of don't think about that. You don't think about Amalek. You don't think about the things of the world. You don't think about going to work. You're not really thinking about, you may have some bills you got to pay tomorrow. But you see, today, hey, I'm worrying about serving the Lord, man. That's what the Lord gave you, man. That's to show you how much he loves you. So he gave you this feast day to have fun. Let me read this again. This is Ecclesiastes 10 and 19. A feast is made for laughter, and wine maketh merry, but money answereth all things. So don't ever think in your mind for 1 second that these feast days got to be born. All right, that's not in the Bible. This is the book of Sirach 14 and verse 14. All right, and it reads, it says, defraud not thyself of the good day, and let not the part of a good desire overpass thee. So he said, don't defraud yourself from having a good time. All right. If you're able, even besides the feast days, if you feel as if you want to go to Six Flags, brother, don't rob yourself of it. Don't say, well, is that folly? It's going to the carnival folly. Everything's folly. Us being here is folly. All right. The Lord said man is vanity and your days are vanity. Everything you do is vanity. All right. But going to Six Flags is not a sin. So, brother, if you want to go to Six Flags, brother, go to Six Flags. If you want to go to the park, go on the swing, whatever you like, sister, you want to go on a swing, hey, sister, go do that. You can't be over righteous. Don't defraud yourself of a good time. You don't want to be in this world, and this world is wicked as hell, man. All right? And it's stressful. This is a stressful place. It's like you. All right? This is a stressful place. You don't want to mope around all day. You want to find something and have pleasure in it. Have some type of fun. Like the Lord just said. He said, defraud thyself not of the good day, and let not the part of a good desire overpass thee. So see that, hey, you might want to get some yan. Hey, get into the yan if you want to. You want to drink a little strong drink, go ahead. Just don't overindulge. All right, these things, you can do these things on these feast days. All right, this is the book of Sirach 40 and verse 20. All right, this is the book of Sirach 40 and 20. And it reads, wine and music rejoice the heart. So, hey, get you a cup of yan. Sit down at the table with the akim and the aqua. Hey, and turn on some damn music, man. All right. It says, wine and music rejoice the heart, so it makes your heart happy. So all the things you was thinking about that was stressful, that yoke is being taken off of you. Why? Because you got the wine and you got the music. You got good vibes. All right. It says, but the love of wisdom is above them both. All right. So clearly wisdom will be above music and it will be above wine. All right. So, hey, you can have fun on these feast days. These days are made for laughter. It's made for you to have a good time. Now, he also said to blow the trumpet, as I went over earlier. See that these trumpets are not just, this is not a prop. This is not a prop. Slack, you almost damn jam my eye out with this. This is not a prop. This is not a toy. Or you kind of let the little kids play with it. And, they kind of got it like this. And then they going like this with it. And they playing around with the damn shofar, man. All right, these things were very important in the ancient world. They played a very pivotal role in our society. All right, let's go to Numbers, the 10th chapter. All right, this is Numbers 10, and we're going to start at verse 1. All right, it's the book of Numbers 10 and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, make thee 2 trumpets of silver of a whole piece, shalt thou make them. Let me read that again. It says, make thee 2 trumpets of silver of a whole piece, shalt thou make them. See that? So the shofars, they didn't look like this. This is kind of more so an old raggedy one. I kind of got this from Amalek. All right. But we had fancier shofars. Continuing on. It says that thou mayest use them for the calling of the assembly. So this shofar, it was used to call the assembly. You will make a sound, all right, and then people would come. All right. It says, and for the journeyings of the camp. So also, you will blow this thing. All right, when it's time to leave the camp. Just like you read in Exodus the 40th chapter, 34 on down to I believe 38. All right, we know that the Lord gave us guidance. Let me grab it real quick. All right. Oh, Salaki. This is the book of Exodus. All right, 40, and I'm going to start at verse 34. All right, Exodus 40 and 34, and it reads, it says, then a cloud covered the tent of the congregation, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. And Moses was not able to enter into the tent of the congregation because the cloud abode therein, which is talking about a chariot. It says, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle, and when the cloud was taken up from over the tabernacle, the children of Israel went onward in all their journeys. But if the cloud were not taken up, then they journeyed not to the day that it was taken up. For the cloud of the Lord was upon the tabernacle by day, and fire was on it by night, in the sight of all the house of Israel throughout all their journeys. So one indicator that we would leave, or one indicator that showed us that we would be leaving and going somewhere else, you would have the chariot of the Lord. It will ascend, and then that's how we know it's time to go. All right. And how would everyone know that? Because one, the chariot could kind of rise up and everybody's sleeping. The whole congregation is asleep, and the chariot's kind of just there waiting. I think the Lord kind of just waiting. I'm going to just wait until everybody wake up. No, they had the trumpets. They blew the trumpets. They made a certain sound, and everybody knew to get up. It was time to go. Hey, the chariot of the Lord is waiting on us. Hey, the Lord not about to wait for nobody. Hey, it's time to get up. Let's go. All right. So going back to Numbers 10 and verse, where are we at? Verse 3 now. All right, this is the book of Numbers 10 and verse 3. And when they shall blow with them, all the assembly shall assemble themselves to thee at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And if they blow it, Slaki, and if they blow but with one trumpet, then the princes, which are heads of thousands of Israel, shall gather themselves unto thee. So we had 12 princes, all right, that ruled over Israel. That's in Numbers 1 and verse 44. All right, let me grab it. So this is the book of Numbers 1 and verse 44. All right, I start at verse 43. It says, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe, I start at 44. These are those that were numbered, which Moses and Aaron numbered, and the princes of Israel, being 12 men, each one was for the house of his fathers. So over Israel, you had 12 princes. You had Aaron ruling, or you had Moses ruling, and you had the 70 elders alongside with the 12 princes. Now, it wasn't 12 princes of each tribe. Out of each tribe, there was one brother, he was made a prince. Altogether, we have 12 tribes, so altogether we would have 12 princes. So those 12 princes, let me get this again in verse 4, Numbers 10 and 4. It says, and if they blow but with one trumpet, then the princes, which are heads of the thousands of Israel, shall gather themselves unto thee. So there's a certain sound that's made with the trumpet, and if that trumpet sound is made, then you got the 12 princes. They'll rise up and they'll go before Moses. All right. Verse 5. It says, when ye blow an alarm, then the camps that lie on the east parts shall go forward. When ye blow an alarm the second time, then the camps that lie on the south side shall take their journey. They shall blow an alarm for their journeys. All right. It says, but when the congregation is to be gathered together, ye shall blow, but ye shall not sound an alarm. So now he's telling them to blow and make a sound of an alarm. And then another moment he's talking about blowing, but not making the sound of alarm. That's to show you when these shofars are blown, there's a distinct sounds that they make. Real quick, I'm going to show you something. So you can make a sound like this. And then you can make a sound like. See that? So I made two different sounds. I'm not the best at this thing. All right. But I could do what I could do. All right. So as you've seen, I made two different sounds. I made a higher pitch sound, and then the other one was a stronger sound. All right. So they would make different sounds, and they meant different things. One sound would be an alarm, and the other would be a message saying, well, just come to the congregation or come up to Moses. Real quick, I'm going to go to 1 Corinthians 4 and verse 7, 14 and verse 7. All right. This is the book of 1 Corinthians 14 and verse 7. It says, and even things without life giving sound, whether pipe or harp. See that? So this is a thing that gives sound, but it doesn't have life. It has no eyes. It has no breath of life in it. The Lord didn't give a shofar the breath of life. All right. This was once attached to an animal. All right. It's a non-living thing. So as he just said, I'm going to read it again. This is 1 Corinthians 14 and 7. And even things without life giving sound, whether pipe or harp, except they give a distinction in the sounds, how shall it be known what is piped or harp? See that? So they couldn't just make that sound, and then that means, okay, it's an alarm. Then they go, and they say, this means to come to me. It's the same damn sound. So you can't understand you can't understand the message that's being sent out from these trumpets unless it has a distinction in sound. As I showed you earlier, they had different sounds. One, the alarm could have been a louder pitch, and the other alarms or sounds to call the congregation would be a deeper sound. All right, we don't really know the details of that, but we do know they had a distinction. Paul's telling you that now. All right, let me read that one more time. It says, and even things without life giving sound, whether pipe or harp, except they give a distinction in the sounds, how shall it be known what is piped or harp? So you're not going to know what the hell it means. All right, certain sounds mean certain things. Even in elementary school, they'll have different alarm sounds. All right, one alarm or different bell sounds. I'll say that. They had different bell sounds. So you'll have one bell, it'll make this sound, and it means, okay, it's time to go to lunch. Then you'll hear another type of sounding bell, and it means, okay, there's a threat in the school, it's time to hide. All right, they even taught you that in school. Now, if the bell for lunch and the bell for intruder had the same sound, then all hell will kind of break loose. Because now you're kind of guessing, is it time to go to lunch, or is there an intruder in here? Now, you may say, well, all right, I think it's talking about lunch. Then you go to lunch, and then you got the shooter. He's a school shooter. He's an Edomite. All right? It's an Edomite. He got a strap in his hand. All right, he see you, kind of blow your damn head off, man. And then now you've died because there was no distinction in the sounds of the bell. Now, there's another situation that can happen. You could kind of hide out, say, I don't know. I don't trust it. I'm going to just hide. Meanwhile, I was telling you to get lunch. Now you was hungry. The food's all gone now because, again, the bells didn't make a distinction. All right, so there has to be a distinction. They give you different bells would mean different things. All right, verse 8. For if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle? See that? So if this makes an uncertain sound, no one's going to prepare themselves to the battle. We're about to get to that soon, going back to Numbers 10, because this was also used for war. Now, again, if this means war, if that means war, all right, and then I go like this, and make the same sound, I mean, it's kind of uncertain. All right, all the sounds sound the same. All the alarms sound the same. I can't really tell, is it time to go to war or is it time to go up to Moses? Because it could be time for war, and then the whole congregation go up to Moses, and then you got the heathen standing before us, and they slay the woman, the children. Everybody gets slain now because they thought that the trumpet meant to go up to Moses. All right. So there had to be, again, as I said, a distinct sound that came out of it that would come out of the trumpet, Salakia, and it will warn the people. All right, and they would know exactly what it means, and they would know what to do. All right, it's training. They did it multiple times. So going back to Numbers 10 and verse, where was that? Verse 7. This is Numbers 10 and 7. But when the congregation is to be gathered together, ye shall blow, but ye shall not sound an alarm. And the sons of Aaron, the priests, shall blow with the trumpets, and they shall be to you for an ordinance forever throughout your generations. And if you go to war in your land against the enemy that oppresseth you, then ye shall blow an alarm with the trumpets, and ye shall be remembered before the Lord your God, and ye shall be saved from your enemies. See that? So even in the time of war, we blew the trumpet. All right. And they knew what was about to happen when the trumpet was blown. Let's go to the book of Joshua 6, and I'm going to start at verse 1. All right, it's the book of Joshua 6 and 1. Now Jericho was straitly shut up because the children of Israel. None went out and none came in. So they marched around Jericho and they had it pretty much barricaded. All right, no one can come in and no one can come out. And the Lord said unto Joshua, see, I have given into thine hand Jericho, and the king thereof, and the mighty men of valor. And ye shall compass the city, all ye men of war, and go round about the city once. Thus shalt thou do 6 days. And 7 priests shall bear before the ark 7 trumpets of ram's horns. Sakia. And the 7th day ye shall compass the city 7 times. And the priests shall blow with the trumpets. And it shall come to pass that when they make a long blast with the ram's horn, and when ye hear the sound of the trumpet, all the people shall shout with a great shout, and the wall of the city shall fall down flat, and the people shall ascend up every man straight before him. See that? So they knew when the shofar made a long blast, they knew it was time to go and destroy Jericho. The walls are going to fall down before you, and it's time to destroy them. All right? So, again, this was something that was practiced time in and time out. When we went to war and we made we blew the trumpets. That's where these Edomites and these Arabs and Ishmaelites, that's where they get it from. You always see in these movies, these heathens, they kind of blow the trumpet before war. They got that from us. That came from ancient Israel. All right? And when they heard that long blast, the other nations, they heard that long blast, and they knew what time it was. They knew it was time for destruction. Let's go to the book of Amos 3 and verse 6. All right, this is Amos 3 and verse 6. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in a city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord hath not done it? So when Jericho was destroyed, or by Joshua and the congregation of Israel, all right, they blew that trumpet, and the people in Jericho, they was kind of confounded. They kind of looking around. What the hell's going on? They were scared. When the trumpet is blown, it's terrifying. All right, kind of like triggers in your mind, and you're kind of looking like, what's going on? All right, now you're on alert. You're frightened now. And he says, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord hath not done it? So even after these trumpets are blown and the people stampede the city, and evil is going on, meaning their people are getting slain by the sword of the children of Israel. The Lord, he's done that evil, man. All right, on another fold. The Lord, he does all these things. All right. So you see, that's the importance of the blowing of the trumpets. All right, so let's go back to Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. All right, this is Leviticus 23, and I'm going to read verse 24 one more time. All right, Leviticus 23 and 24. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, and the 1st day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets. So we remember all the reasons why we blow the trumpets. And we do this on the 7th month, on the new moon. It says, a memorial of blowing of trumpets in holy convocation. Ye shall do no sort of work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. See that? So you have to honor this day, keep this day. You got to know what it's going into. And you have to enjoy this day, man. You got to have fun. I'm going to get one closing precept. This is the book of 2 Chronicles 30 and verse 21. All right, this is 2 Chronicles 30 and 21. And the children of Israel that were present at Jerusalem kept the feast of unleavened bread 7 days with great gladness. So they was keeping the Passover. Well, they kept the Passover, then they're keeping the feast of unleavened bread, all right, which is in the midst of that week. And the Levites and the priests praised the Lord day by day, singing with loud instruments unto the Lord. All right. See that? So they had fun. All right. It says they kept it with great gladness. So they were enjoying themselves. It wasn't boring. It wasn't a gloomy day. All right. They had fun on these high holy days. So with that, I'm going to give all honor and glory to the Most High Yahweh, which the world calls God, and Yahweh Shai, which the world calls Jesus Christ. Shalom, shalom.